Melissa Gilbert sobs in court as her husband Timothy Busfield, who is accused of child sex abuse, is released from prison. The actor showed up for a pretrial detention hearing before a judge in New Mexico. Timothy Busfield is about to be freed. Following a 2-hour pretrial detention hearing in a San Bernardino, New Mexico District Court on Tuesday, January 20th, a judge decided to release the 68-year-old actor under certain conditions while he awaits trial on accusations of child sex abuse. Given the lack of a pattern involving children in this case, I think that can be remedied through different conditions of release, the judge partially stated during his ruling. I don't think there's enough evidence to suggest that this defendant would conduct new crimes if he is freed pending trial. There's no proof of a criminal behavior trend. He has never before been accused of anything comparable with children. There is no proof that earlier court orders were not followed. Rather, this defendant self-surrendered and submitted himself to this court's jurisdiction, demonstrating compliance with a court order for his arrest, said the judge. I cannot find that the state has proven by clear and convincing evidence that there are no release conditions that would reasonably protect the safety of any younger person in the community. Following his release on his own recognizance, Busfield has been ordered to show up for all of his upcoming court appearances. He is also prohibited from possessing any firearms or dangerous weapons, from using alcohol or legal drugs, from communicating with the alleged victims or their families, from discussing the case with any witnesses, and from having unsupervised contact with any minor children. Busfield is permitted to travel by the judge, but he must provide the court with his address, and will be monitored by pretrial services in New Mexico. Melissa Gilbert, Busfield's wife, was observed sobbing after learning the news and muttering, "Thank you, God," along with her 89-year-old mother Barbara Cowan, her son Michael Boxleitner, and Busfield's civil attorney Larry Stein. Gilbert stood by her husband in court. Buck Busfield, Busfield's brother, attended the hearing as well. In a prior letter to the judge in his case, Gilbert expressed her support for her husband. Gilbert was one of 75 individuals who sent letters of support to the defendant's resistance to the state's request for pretrial detention, which was submitted on January 16th. "Busfield is my love, my rock, my partner in business and life," she said, adding that she knows him better and more intimately than anything in his life ever has. "I'm attempting to maintain a balance between reason and all of my emotions. I started this letter with reason, but now my emotions have taken over. I'm unable to stop it," she stated. "All I want is for this remarkable man to be whole and protected. I'll end by pleading with you to look after my beloved hubby. He is my guardian, and I am his, but I am unable to keep him safe right now, and I believe that is the thing that is hurting me the most. I am depending on you to keep him safe." Prosecutors say Busfield was formally accused on January 13th with 2 charges of illegal sexual contact of a minor, kid under 13, and 1 crime of child abuse. Busfield first appeared before a judge on Wednesday, January 14th, after the Albuquerque Police Department issued an arrest warrant on January 9th. Busfield turned himself into police on January 13th, due to accusations that he had illicit intercourse with twin boys who were 11 years old. He was charged with 2 charges of criminal sexual contact of a minor and 1 count of child abuse. One of the victims claimed that the crime started when he was 7 years old, according to the APD's warrant. In a video that TMZ was able to obtain on January 13th, Busfield addressed the accusations. The video was taken just before he turned himself in to New Mexico police. "I'm going to fight it, because they're all falsehoods, and I didn't do anything to those little lads." He declared at the time, "I'm going to fight it with a great team, and I'm going to be exonerated. I know I am, because this is all so wrong and all lies." According to the warrant, the 2 boys' parents told Officer Marvin Kirkbrown that their children were child actors who met Busfield on the set of the Fox sitcom The Cleaning Lady. In a pretrial detention application filed on January 14th, Busfield was accused of sexual abuse in addition to the charges outlined in the warrant. On January 13th, Colin Swift, a father, told police that the actor had allegedly sexually assaulted his daughter. In a letter to People, Busfield civil lawyer Larry Stein said that the accusations were never challenged, they were never proved, and they're 25 years old. Visit www.childhelp.org or contact the Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-4, A-CHILD, or 1-800-422-4453 if you suspect child abuse. Every call is private and toll-free. In more than 170 languages, the hotline is accessible around the clock.